Okay. First, look, give credit to Indiana. They were undermanned too, and they did a good job. Yogi is one of the best players in the country. It's not an honor, but it's competitive, um, just sort of like a relationship to play with a guy like that, to guard against a guy like that. So, but our team did well. We fought. We didn't convert some layups, which was sort of disappointing. I told my team, no one's blocked your shot yet at the rim. If you convert your layups, that's probably 12, 14 points. But beside that, I thought our half-court defense was really, really good. We created turnovers. So that's really big for me, that we guard in the half court. Transition was spotty. Transition defense was spotty. We let them get away early with some threes, some layups. Then we got settled down and took the lead, but we just didn't have enough.
Eddie, what can you get out of a game like this? Team playing well.
A loss.
Anything else?
Yeah, you want your kids to, believe in the system that you put in, believe in each other. That's number one. When you fight and you don't win, you still have to have belief before duty, as we say, faith before duty. So keep believing in the system, in your teammates, and what we're teaching you, and in that if you give great effort, that you'll have chances to win.
Andy, you grabbed the lead, I think 44-43. Indiana scored 11 points. What did they do, or what didn't you do?
Probably they got some offensive rebounds, putbacks. I think it was in that little skirmish, that little time. They probably made some threes, and we probably turned it over, and we didn't make shots. Usually that's what happens. But our effort was good, as long as our effort was good. Now, were there misassignments? I don't think so. I got to watch the tape. But I don't think there was too many misassignments defensively. Sometimes, when the team goes on a run, you're not completing or executing your assignments defensively. But I thought we did for the most part. But I thought going in halftime, we were even on the boards. And then probably 6-7 minutes into the second half, they had a 10 rebound advantage. So it's probably offensive rebound, putbacks, maybe some threes, and we turned it over and we didn't make shots. Usually that's what happens when they go on a run.
Hey, I'm assuming you don't believe in moral victories, but does this give you any confidence going?
No, not really. I mean, again, your players have to believe. When you lose, then they still have to believe in the system. You don't want your players to say, this doesn't work, this is not good for us. So that's important that they understand that you were in the game because of your effort and because of what we've been teaching you and your half-court defense and the disciplined organization on offense. And that's the things that we preach every day. But effort was certainly there. And again, your half-court defense created, 20-something turnovers.
Coach, talk about what would you tell Corey Sanders after facing a ball player like Yogi Ferrell, what it means to be where he's at?
Pace, being competitive, look out for your teammates first. Yogi has a great pace. He pushes the ball. He gets his team organized. He looks out. He tries to help his teammates first. And, when the best player, sometimes helping your teammates out first is going one-on-one because you're the best player. So he knows, he found his niche. He knows how to manipulate that concept. Push the ball, pace, get your team organized, help your three-point shooters, drive and kick, run the offense. I see my opportunities now because you think I'm just a playmaker, then I'm going to score. So hopefully Corey can see that.
You've got Max Bielefeld coming in for Indiana 0. He wasn't averaging a double-double. Today he got 18 points, 14 rebounds. What was he doing that was so different than he had been doing, I guess?
I don't know. I think Bryant got foul trouble. He was out, so he wasn't. He got some minutes. He got a couple of balls that go in early, and that builds your confidence. He got some deep post ups, some hook shots, some like 8-foot jump shots off the baseline, some offensive rebound putbacks. He's just a solid, sturdy player. That's why he's at Indiana. Heck.
And what can you say about Amari's performance today, building off last game's performance?
Yeah, we're happy with his growth. From day one we said be aggressive. So I guess it took him 2 months to realize he could be aggressive and good things to happen. But
would you like them to be more aggressive in the second half after 5 points?
Well, you have to think that their defense keyed on him a little bit. They closed out on his shot at the three. He was driving, trying to create, and they had bigger people on him. They came to converge. So you have to give them credit too. Their defense keyed in on him, and we just didn't have a third scorer, so to say. I think Corey scored, Amari scored. I don't know, maybe Greg had 9 points or something. 13 points. Yeah. But, Greg's not a core scorer for us, so he got his just doing some dirty work. We need a legitimate third scorer to go with Corey and with Amari.
What about the other stuff that Greg's been doing outside of the scoring?
Look, we've sung the praises of Greg Lewis for every single game, every year. And what he gives us is not in the stat sheet. But sometimes, like the last 2 games, it showed up, well, 2 out of 3. And he's done some great work down there, but he keeps us anchored defensively. He talks, he calls commands, he gets all the 4 guys where they're supposed to be defensively, and he just helps everybody else. And every film session, I tell our team, look what Greg is doing. He's helping you, Corey. He's helping you, Mike. He's helping you, DJ. We got to help him too. So it doesn't show up, but he's been a solid anchor for us.
What did you think of the atmosphere here today?
It was great. I loved it. I don't like the Indiana fans right behind our scores table, but you guys are supposed to do something about that. But no, it was great. I love it. I love the RU chant when we were, coming back, and even when our fans heard some Indiana cheers, we came back even louder. I love that. That's great stuff. We have to build on it, and it gives our guys a lot of energy.
Coach, you guys were missing 3 big guys, a bit undersized against Indiana, but you guys outscored them 38-34 in the paint. What does that tell you about your team?
Well, we're driving. Since we're small, we're driving the ball. Bishop gets there, Corey gets there. We're trying to emphasize to our guys to drive it and get out in the breaks. Some of those may be fast break layups, but heck, how many layups did we miss? Maybe eight layups, 10 layups. I mean, come on, that's 20 points, and gives them some juice at the other end. So that's a whole lot. And look, none of them were blocked. I mean, we just missed them.
What do you tell your guys when you see that happening? I felt like there's an abnormal amount of
that in practice, don't screw around with your layups. Go ahead and make your layups, and don't think it's just nothing. It was just like automatic. Get to the rim, make your layups. In practice and layup lines, it's all serious stuff.
Thank you. Thank you, Coach.
Right, Sarah?